Hello! Did you know that every 33 seconds someone in the United States dies from cardiovascular disease? Often the first warning sign isn't that dramatic, movie-style heart attack. It's a quieter, more subtle. It might feel like tingling in your legs, pain in your calves, or even memory issue you can't explain. Today, we're unveiling the 6 real signs your body sends when your circulation is in trouble. And I guarantee that the sign number 1 on our list will shock you. It's a taboo topic. Many men are ashamed to admit, but it's one of the most powerful early warnings of a serious problem. Understanding these signs isn't just about health, it's about protecting your future. This is the guide you need before you need a doctor. But first, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our health tips, and turn on the notification bell. And also spread this knowledge with your friends and family. By sharing, you could literally be saving a life, so please share it. And let me know in the comments, do any of these symptoms sound familiar? And where in the US or the world are you watching from? Right down below. Let's get started. First off, do clogged veins even exist? Technically, yes. But what the vast majority of people call a clogged vein is actually a clogged artery. Understanding this difference is key. Think of it like this. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart out to the body. They are the expressways. And veins brings the blood back to the heart. They are the return roads. When one of these gets blocked, your body sends a signal. You just need to know how to read it. Let's begin our countdown. Sign number 6, sudden hair loss on your legs. It sounds strange, right? But it makes perfect sense. If your arteries are narrowing, blood flow to your extremities decreases. The hair follicles, which need a constant supply of blood to stay active, simply start to shut down. Think of it like trying to keep a lush garden with a kinked hose. The water can't get through and the plants die. The same thing happens to the hair on your legs. If you notice that your legs, which used to have hair, are becoming smooth and hairless for no apparent reason, especially if combined with other signs, pay attention. It's a visual sign of poor circulation. But poor circulation doesn't just affect what's on the outside. It causes an event more common and painful problem on the inside, which many people dismiss as just a sign of fatigue or getting older. Sign number 5, calf pain that comes and goes with activity. The technical name for this is intermittent claudication. It works like this. You start walking and after a block or two, you feel a strong cramp or pain in your calf. You stop, the pain fades, you start walking again, and the pain returns. This is not a normal cramp. This is your muscle screaming, I'm not getting enough oxygen. The blocked artery can't supply the blood demand during exercise. It's a classical symptom of peripheral artery disease. The leg pain is a clear warning, but sometimes the blockage isn't in the artery, but in the returning vein. And when that happens, the signal is completely different, much more urgent, and can be fatal. Sign number 4, swelling and pain in only one of your legs. This is the classic sign of a deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a blood clot in a deep vein. The key here is the asymmetry. If both legs are swollen, it could be something else. But if the swelling, redness, and a persistent cramp-like pain appear in just one leg, this is a red alert. Why the urgency? Because that clot can break loose, travel through your lungs, and cause a pulmonary embolism. a ticking time bomb inside your chest. If you have this combination of symptoms, see a doctor immediately. If a blockage in the legs is a warning sign, imagine when this same clotting process happens in the arteries that supply the most important organ of all. The signal it emits is famous, but often misunderstood. Sign number 3, chest discomfort when you exert yourself. We call this angina. It's a feeling of tightness, pressure, or pain in your chest that appears when you exert yourself, like walking up a hill or carrying something heavy, and is relieved when you rest. This is your heart saying the same thing as your cough. I'm not getting enough oxygen. The plaque is blocking blood flow to the heart muscle itself. If this pain starts to appear even at rest, unstable angina, it's a massive sign that a heart attack could be imminent. Go to the hospital. But what if I told you that long before chest pain, your body might give a warning sign in a completely different area? A sign that affects millions of men and is by far one of the most ignored early indicators of a heart disease. Sign number 2, memory problems and brain fog. Your brain requires a massive amount of blood flow to function correctly. When the arteries that feed it, like the carotid arteries, starts to clog, the supply of oxygen and nutrients diminishes. This can manifest as difficulty concentrating, forgetfulness, and a feeling of brain fog you can't explain. Think of your brain as a supercomputer that needs constant power. A clogged artery is like a faulty power cord failing to deliver the energy the system needs to run at full capacity. Don't ignore your brain health. It is directly linked to your heart health. And now we've arrived at sign number 1, the one I said might surprise you and is a taboo for many, but must be discussed: erectile dysfunction. An erection depends on healthy, vigorous blood flow. The arteries in the penis are much smaller than those in the heart. Because of this, they are often the very first to show signs of being clogged by cholesterol plaque. Erectile dysfunction can be the first visible sign that you have a systemic circulation problem. It is the canary in the coal mine for your cardiovascular health. Ignoring it or treating it only as a localized issue without investigating the root cause is a dangerous mistake. It can be an early warning years before a major cardiac event. So, as we've seen, from hair loss on your legs to erectile dysfunction, your body sends clear signals. Listening to them is the first step to taking control. Don't wait for the emergency. And how can you take action? Move, walking, climbing, cycling. Manage your weight. Excess weight overloads your entire system. Quit smoking. Smoking is poison for your arteries. It's smart. Adopt a framework like the Mediterranean diet, reaching real foods and healthy fats. Now that you know the signs to watch for, the question is, what happens if the worst case scenario really becomes a reality? How do you recognize a heart attack in the moment, and what should you do? That's exactly what I talk about in my complete playlist on heart attacks, which is appearing on the screen right here. Did you find this helpful? Please remember to like and share it so more people can have this knowledge. I'm Dr. Andre Wambier, I'm a cardiologist, and this is Dr. Dre Health Tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.